Hey everybody, it's Harpy. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Hustle Cat. So let's get into the interview with Graves. I'll even start you off easy. What's your favorite breed of cat? Okay, so we're going for Mason in this series of 10. So let's go. This is Hayes. This is Reese. This is probably Graves. Scottish Fold. Those are pretty freaking cute. Do you know any other languages? How about ciphers? No. What marine animal would you say best represents you? A shark. What genre of music would you use to describe your work ethic? Chiptunes. On a scale of 1 to 10, rate me as an interviewer. 10. Draculas or teenage wolves? Teenage wolves. Just kidding with that last one. Interesting. He looks down at his coffee cup and tilts it idly towards him. It looks like he's enraptured with the foam as it drips from the side of the cup. A drop of coffee spills into the saucer. I suppose you'll do then. Does that mean I got the job? You're quite astute. That doesn't really answer my question. You can start tomorrow. Wow, thank you. Don't run off yet. I have paperwork for you. Oh yeah, of course. Graves pushes away from the table, coffee cup in hand. He nabs my saucer, even though I'm not quite finished, and slinks down the stairs. He returns as if he'd never left, trading the empty coffee cups for a small stack of papers and pen. He places them in front of me. So what will my job be? We'll see. Did he hire me with no position in mind? Is this how this guy usually works? I feel like I'm in a daze. Too much information and too much coffee. I take the papers and skim them, signing pretty much anywhere I see an X in a line. What's it all for, and why is there so much? Probably taxes and stuff, I don't know. And who cares? I've got a job. I push the papers back toward Graves, and he eagerly scoops them off the table. Perfect. We open at 11. Be here at 8. We'll have you help with the morning prep. My displeasure must be pretty apparent because his mouth cracks into another smirk. You can work a later shift after training. You won't have to deal with those cursed mornings for too long. Okay, that's fine. Now go. I have a lot of work to do before tomorrow. You need to get to work fixing that sleep schedule of yours. Okay. He seems lost in his own world now, poring over the paperwork I just filled out. I guess there's all sorts of tax stuff you have to deal with hiring people. Why would he do it so casually? Well, whatever, not my problem. Head down the stairs, Landry's back. He looks uncomfortable, waiting at the foot of the balcony, but perks up when he sees me. So, I'll see you tomorrow, coworker. Oh, congratulations! You can meet everybody else tomorrow morning. I'll make sure that they're all ready for a meeting when you get in. How many people work here? Well, there's me, Graves, of course. You met Hayes, Finley, Mason, Reese. That's it. It shouldn't take too long to get to know them. Okay, great. I'll see you all tomorrow then. Great, see you. Wahoo! I'm gonna live it up a little. Gonna paint this town red. I finally have a job. Woo-hoo. I got lost and I didn't end up painting anything, but it was a nice walk. As I head home, I get this distinct feeling of being followed. I didn't really know that was a thing that actually happens, but it's hard not to notice when you see some movement out of the corner of your eye. I turn around. A sleek black cat stands in the middle of the road. It sits down when we make eye contact and thumbs its tail testily against the pavement. It's got different colored eyes. I guess heterochromia really is pretty common in cats, huh? Should I, try to bring it to the cafe? They take care of strays there after all. I should try. I crouch down as slowly as I can and reach my hand toward the cat, beckoning to it. It doesn't move. I make those little smoochy noises that seem to work on some cats. This one doesn't seem terribly impressed. It pins its ears back and looks away, still for a moment before standing up and slinking into an alley. I guess I should just leave this to the professionals. It's time to celebrate. I'm gonna wreck this pizza I grabbed from Pizza Lloyd's on the way home. I pick up a can of wet cat food for Mochi from the corner store too. I figure we both deserve a celebration. Mochi, get your fat lump out here. I have good news. No answer or indication he's even in the same room. You know, he never even asks how my day was. I know how to do this. I walk over to his food bowl and crack the lid of the wet food. In a flash, he's at my feet, tail shaking like a rotor behind him. Come here, you big moron. I give him a little scratch behind the ears before I dump half the can into his bowl, and the feeding frenzy begins. He acts like I never feed him. Whatever, I'm about to go do the same to this pizza. After a quick jaunt to free myself from the shackles of non-pajama clothing, I flop back down on the couch, dinner in hand, laptop in my face. Oh! It looks like there's a new Jelly Donut video. It's a video of her sleeping in a donut box. I love that dumb internet cat. She's always doing something ridiculous. I wonder how her owner gets her to do those tricks. It's because she's a human. That flooring seems familiar. Where were these filmed? At a cat's paw. I spend the rest of the evening picking through the video archives. I can feel myself sinking into the bread dough couch cushions. Wow. Wow. It's so early. What's his problem? Wow. I bet he just wants the other half of that wet food. This is why I don't get it for him that often. I excavate myself from the couch and do what I can to mitigate the bedhead situation I have going on. What time is it anyway? I grab my phone to check. 7:40? Ah, hell. I'm gonna be late for my first day of work. Avery, we've already met, and you already know Graves. Did you meet Hayes yesterday? Briefly. Hello, Hayes. He's so cute. I'm sorry. Hello. He looks like he's gonna try to slip between the cracks in the tile. How does a guy like this handle a job that deals with people? Hayes is a great barista. He's a great help in the kitchen, but he likes to spend a lot of his time with the cats, too. Hayes flashes me a quick look. The side of his mouth upturns ever so slightly, like he's trying to smile but he's out of practice. I reach out to shake his hand. He's practically bracing for impact. Oh my god, you're so cute! Before I reach him, a bright light flashes in the corner of my vision. Oh, sorry, sweetie. I thought I turned the flash off. I whip my head to the other side of the lineup. The girl on the end is aiming her phone directly at me. Sorry, don't mind me. I just want to commemorate our new employee. I'm Finley, and I take care of social media. I like Candid, so I'll try again later when you've forgotten about it. Finley is also... Graves, I know what you're gonna say. Don't ruin the surprise. You're Jelly Donut, I know. Graves lets out a soft bark of a laugh. All right. You tell Avery whenever you're ready. Thank you. The two in the middle of the lineup look beyond unimpressed. One is a smart-mouthed guy, Reese, and the other looks like someone I wouldn't want to mess with. Finley puts her hand on the shoulder of the tough-looking woman standing next to her. Since she's not going to introduce herself, this is Mason. She's our head chef. Or our only chef, I guess. Well, nice to meet you both. Yeah. Finley reaches up and places her hand against the back of Mason's head. She pushes her head forward, forcing Mason to nod. I'm amazed Mason is putting up with this. Wow, that's the most you've spoken all day. She likes it already, Avery. Mason makes a quick little noise that could either be a laugh or a grunt. Maybe it was both. How kind of you all to save the best for last. I'm Reese, and I'm the one you'll be answering to after Graves, so you better stay on my good side. I could have sworn Landry was second in command here, so I don't know what this kid's talking about. I didn't even see him at all during the interview yesterday. I'm on cat detail today, but don't think that means I won't be keeping an eye on you. Cat detail must mean taking care of the cats. Obviously. I'm learning quickly. I don't know why the second in command would be so eager about telling me he's going to clean litter boxes today. Maybe it's a weird status thing here. Ew. I'll be on my best behavior then, I guess. Good. Okay, so we're gonna put on the costume this time because I missed the achievement and I really want to get all the achievements. Okay, that should be everybody then. Avery will be training with me today. I hope that's okay. That's fine with me. It looks like I'm no longer needed. I have other work to do. You know where to find me. Graves slinks to the back of the cafe. I think I can hear footsteps on creaky stairs. Mason and Hayes disappear after him. Avery, did you have breakfast? We're gonna have something to eat before work if you'd like to join us. It's tradition. That sounds great. I fed my cat, but I forgot to feed myself. Reese has already seated himself with a long booth seating along the wall. He scoots two of the tables together and Landry pulls over another chair. Great, just sit and relax. Mason's just finishing up breakfast. I move to take a seat, but Finley blocks my path. Avery, before you sit down, I have a question for you. Sure, what's up? Okay, is that... Her voice drops, almost conspiratorially. She leans in to whisper. Is that an IKEA shirt? That's an IKEA shirt, isn't it? He's my favorite too. A what? IKEA? From Blast Zone? From what? Look, you don't have to play dumb. I get it. No, I really have no idea what that is. Is that like a show? Is this shirt from something? Oh, no. Never mind, don't worry about it. I thought it was just a cool shirt. Well, it is, but it's weird to buy things from games you haven't played. Oh, it's a game! I play some games, but I haven't heard of that one. I like a lot of retro games, so if it's new. Oh, it's a different type of game. Never mind. Well, now I'm curious. No, it's okay. You probably wouldn't like games about boys fighting. Or maybe you would. Okay. Maybe I'll lend it to you sometime, if you prove yourself worthy. I'm not really sure what that involves, but sure. Okay. She gives me a grin and a wink, then takes a seat at the table next to Reese. I noticed that somebody sat at the table while I was talking to Finley. Mason and Hayes should be out in a minute, Avery. Come sit down. Sure. Where should I sit, though? What if there are some unspoken rules about this sort of thing in placing? You never know with new groups. Landry answers the conundrum for me by beckoning to the seat between him and Finley. Avery, look at this place. We take our visual presentation very seriously here. Mason gives another grunt. Okay, I'm gonna save it here so that I can do the costume, but I know that there's like a divide here because Mason wants you to follow her back into the kitchen and he wants you to put on, Reese wants you to put on the costume. So I'm gonna save it, put on the costume so that I at least get the achievement so you can see Avery look like an absolute fool. And then I'm gonna go back and then go into the kitchen with Mason because that's, I feel like, how we start her path. So, saving. Hayes places his empty plate and cup on Mason's plate and takes the stack into the back with the urgency of a tactical retreat. Graves and I expect a certain level of decor with the waitstaff. Is this about my outfit? I woke up a little late, so... No, this is about uniforms. Mason pushes her chair away from the table with enough force that it wobbles briefly on 2 legs. She stands and takes my plate in one fell swoop. Opening soon. Time to get ready. She picks up the now empty cast iron skillet with one hand and balances a few of the other plates on top. That looks heavy, but she's holding it all like it's nothing. Come on. She stares me down and gestures to the back door with a head nod before she heads into the kitchen. See? And then you... Don't think you can run off so easily, Avery. You'll get written up if you don't have your uniform. He seems pretty serious about this. Maybe I shouldn't blow him off because he looks so young. Maybe he's secretly as old as Graves or something. Uniforms? But nobody else is wearing any uniforms. They just haven't changed yet, or they don't need them. Only the waitstaff wore uniforms, and you'll be waiting tables with Landry today. Yeah, but Landry doesn't have a uniform. Reese glances over her shoulder toward Landry, who's made himself busy straightening up the tables in the dining area. He doesn't appear to have hurt either of us, or he's just ignoring us. That's because we don't have a uniform in his size. Yet, at least. Someday he won't have an excuse anymore. Come on, Avery, I'll bet you look cute in a uniform. I can't help feeling a bit itchy about this. Reese rummages around in a drawer in the back and pulls out some kind of black, orange, and white lace thing. That can't be it, right? This looks like it should be your size. Now come on. He dumps the pile of lace and fabric in my hands and pushes me toward what I assume is the bathroom. I pause in front of the door and give Reese a baleful look. Ah, come on, at least try it. Humor him. Alarm bells are going off in my head, but what's the harm? I look a little silly. Hell, I might even end up looking cute. Alright, just give me a second. Good answer. He seems pleased, but I'm a little irked by that smug sense of victory he's using. I close the bathroom door behind me and lay out the uniform. Yikes. This is even worse than I thought. Well, too late to turn back now. I put the uniform on. At least I think I put it on properly. I can't tell if these bows are supposed to go in the front or the back. I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror and then decide it's better not to make eye contact with my reflection. I crack open the door and met with Reese and Finley's eager faces. Finley holds up her phone. Oh my god, what? The flash doesn't go off this time. I told you I'd get it candid. You look so regal. Really, I can't believe you'd fall for such an obvious prank. Yep, you got me. Come on over and take a look, Landry. Reese turns to beckon to Landry, who quickly mumbles an excuse to himself and disappears upstairs. It's a pity neither of you were here when Landry wore it. He was bursting out of the thing. It looked absolutely ridiculous. I think it's cute. I wear that uniform. I know you would. That's why I can't trust you. Where did this even come from? Reese's lips curl in disgust. Graves, he should stick to interior design and never step into fashion again. He tried to get me to wear that, you know. I told him he could keep his Halloween fever dream. If Graves designed it, I'm surprised it doesn't have a hooded cloak and a raven or something. Don't let him hear you say that. He might make some additions. I think the less we mention this thing, the better. You're required to wear that today, by the way. Nope. Just for a little bit? Nope. Oh, I think you should. I close the bathroom door behind me. I can't get that uniform off fast enough. Mostly because the bow got stuck. I never felt so good to be back in my trusty old digs. I open the door and Reese and Finley have already scattered. I don't know where the uniform is supposed to go, so I just leave it folded up on the bathroom sink. I guess I should find where Landry ran off to. Okay, so I'm going to save this one here. And then go back and go in Mason's direction. Alright, so we're going to go help Mason and Hayes in the kitchen. Is Mason really the only chef here? That must take a lot of work. I bet she could use some help. Mostly I'm just grateful she gave me an out. Whatever Reese is planning, it doesn't sound like anyone but Finley cares for it. No thank you. I think Mason and Hayes wanted my help though. Fine, if Mason needs the help. But you're not off the hook for this yet. Reese. Oh, come on, Landry, don't look at me like that. Something is definitely up. Whatever it is, I'm not going to fall for it. Well, I'll be back once Mason says I'm done. I quickly retreat to the back of the kitchen before Reese can delay me further. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one here, and then we'll pick it up in the next one, so I'll see you then. Bye bye!